Got me a new daily driver here, and got it for that little reason right there in the center of the dash. MPG is amazing, but this thing right over here, it kind of sucks. So let's see what we can do about that. The problem I was talking about has to do with really the speakers in that car. They are absolutely terrible. The highs are buzzy, the lows are buzzy, the mids are buzzy. So it really is just a terrible stereo for a brand new car. So we're gonna do just a mild upgrade, you know, nothing too expensive, really budget oriented. Throw a set of speakers in the front doors, rear doors, and keep the factory head unit, but go ahead and put a little mini amp in there to be able to push the new speakers. So let's see how this goes. So if you spent any amount of time putting aftermarket head units or amplifiers, speakers, you know, anything like that in your vehicle, you'll know the one thing you typically lose is a little bit of factory functionality. And on this, I want to make sure I keep 100% factory functionality. So first issue I'm going to run into, if you look right here, I've got nothing in pin 18. But according to the diagram for my car, I need a speed signal right there. So what we're going to have to do is depin one of these that isn't used on my vehicle and move it to pin 18. And I think the easiest one looking at it would be terminal 1, which would be this blue and white wire right here. So I'm going to depin that on the male and female connector and move them both to pin 18, and we'll move on from there. So these type of connectors are pretty easy actually. If you look right here, you'll see the little slot below the pin. You can get one of these little kits on Amazon or eBay or something, but I mean, as long as you have something very flat, small, you can find the wire you're looking for. Tuck her right in there. Make sure she seats all the way in, and this should just tug right out just like that. Then to install it in the pin I want it in, you know, look at this connector real close here, see if we can see that. See that little tang on there? You want to make sure that locks in to position on this new terminal. So I'm going to make sure it's going down towards the same spot I push it up in pin 1. So should get a little click in and tug on it, a little pull test, and it's stuck in there. So let's move on to the female connector. So same process here. It's a little bit deeper in there, just a little bit harder to get to, but I mean, same thing, just tuck her in there, pops right out. Come over here to pin 18. Look at that, make sure I get that going the right direction. I sure did. This one's actually kind of fighting me a little. There it goes. See what happened. My pin is not wanting to make it into the correct hole, so let's see if we can rectify that. There she goes. Slid right in. Get her snapped in there. Do a tug test. Still there. Now, let's get this amplifier pulled out. Get everything wired together. That way, whenever we get a nice sunny day, we can go ahead and install it in the car. When you get one of these Alpine power pack amp kits and you're hooking up to a factory head unit, you're more than likely going to have high output, so you know, typical speaker outputs going into the amp. So what they send you for the input to the amp are these RCAs, but you can't use those if you're using a factory head unit. So what it says in the instructions, go ahead and just clip them off, strip them back, use them just like speaker wires, and then you'll have to flip one of the switches on the amplifier itself. So let's go ahead and get these clipped off and stripped back. Hopefully a 16 gauge will get that. Let's see. Oh no, man, what are we gonna do? Oh, looks like it's time to get another set of wire strippers here. Since my wire strippers were just a little bit too large, and they're the only ones I seem to have on hand right now, let's see if we can do this the old-fashioned way. Take a little bit longer, but it'll get the job done. Alright, so we got the wires wrapped together pretty tight. We're going to see if we can't get these things soldered together. Check out that job right there. Let's see if she's good. A little tug toe. Seems pretty good to me. Heat shrink will roll right over it. So we'll roll through the rest of these for the speakers and I'll get back to you. I've got all my input and output speaker wires for the amp wired up. So all I have left is the rest of the wires here. But if you'll notice, the female plug has a significantly fewer amount of wires on it than the male plug. So I gotta wait for another one of these to come in. That way I can steal a few wires out of it, pin them in here where I need them. And we'll just go ahead, you know, pin 1 to pin 1, pin 2 to pin 2. You know, quick and easy. Match those all up. Then we'll get it put into the car. If you're interested to see that, go ahead and subscribe. All the links for everything I use will be in the description. Thanks for watching.